to learn tools, techniques, and different people sharing a lot about life, gardening, arts, love, money. So depende. It's up to our speaker. But today, um, we have a lot of parang friends who always ask us what is Sunya and what's the deal about Sunya. And if you have been joining a lot of our calls for the past months, you know, sometimes you get to hear us, or if you have been to the Facebook Live, you get to see us doing Sunya and what's this reverse counting. So today we'll be exploring that and what possibilities can we create by using Sunya as one of the tools in your daily life? Or what if you could add it to your routine? So we're not saying Sunya is the only way, but we're inviting you to a different tool and practice that could probably contribute to you in profound ways. So, welcome once again. Welcome. And I hope you have your tea and coffee ready, or water, whatever that is. Or if voila, it's also okay. Yes, I changed my outfit. I have it's our Sunya outfit. So I'm wearing the kimono. This kimono is actually hand woven by the Indian farmers, the wives of the Indian farmers in Telangana. One of the It's a Sunya thing though. This is actually a um, this is a beautiful way to contribute to the farmers in Telangana. Some many years ago, 5 years, there have been an influx of Indian farmers who has parang nag-suicide sila, nagsuicide. You know, there's like 1,000 of Indian farmers, cotton farmers in Telangana have committed suicide because they were producing they owe Monsanto. So the story is they owe Monsanto money because Monsanto tried to give them GMO cotton, and unfortunately they did not know that the GMO cotton requires a lot of water for it to grow. So at that time it was so nag-utang sila sa Monsanto, so they had debt, and then at that time nag-drought. So they had no yield, or gamay lang ang ilang yield, konti lang. And so they, you know, nalugi sila, and they did, you know, they killed themselves. So Dr. Lim did an intervention with that, and came up with this kimono. And he's not telling us to wear it though. He's just saying if it's fun for you, you can order your kimono. And this kimono is actually from the cotton in Telangana, planted by the Indians, and then it's made into cloth and then hand woven. Why kimono? Kasi it's the easiest to sew. Madali siya tahi. So no need for complications. You all know that if you're doing sunya and a lot of other stuff, we all like simplicity. And so kaya ito. And then it's also dyed by the indigo plant. So yung tanim na indigo, that's why the color is indigo. So it's all natural and totally organic. So thank you for adding that, Shanyu Erzai. So that's why we have the blue kimono, meron din siyang white, and there's a gray one. So yon, that's the possibilities that we are exploring with we can contribute in the accent. So this is totally a social entrepreneurship or something. They have this goal or target of 1 million kimonos so that we can contribute to the Indian Telangana farmers. So if you're wearing it and if you're a DXN member, there's a PV to this. So yeah, it's a win-win thing. And Dr. Lim in the future wanted us to wear in business function sa DXN to just wear the kimono so that hindi na daw tayo ma-stress sa ating mga gown. But of course, if it's fun for you to wear gown, we will also wear gown. I mean, it's something that is happy for all. So welcome. And that's a little bit about the Okay, so let's begin our class. about Sunya. So if you're also here, it's also nice if you have been doing Sunya already to also ide- uh, to also familiarize yourself with this because in the future, kayo na ang magsispeak nito, kayo na ang magte-training ng intro to Sunya. If it's fun for you, you can do an intro to your family, to your friends, to your business partners, or any group or organization. We can actually share the Sunya to any group. So like some 3 months ago, I think we shared this to ASEAN Youth Organization, and you can share this to Rotary, um, or whatever. So, wala naman tayong ano dito, copyright thingy. So, Dr. Lim just request us to give out the pure form of Sunya, meaning wala tayong dinagdag. We're not gonna add any excessive briefing to this or edit the whole thing. It's just, reverse counting. So, welcome. Thank you for choosing yourself and to reset yourself this afternoon with me and with the rest of the Fox tribe. This is your introduction to Sunya. So I'm just gonna ask this question: what concerns you most about this world and yourself? Ano yung mga concern mo sa mundong ito at sa sarili mo? So you can just type it down below. What are your concerns so that we can have a clearing of if you still have concerns. So what are the example of concerns? It can be your concern about the environment, your concern about poverty, your concern about politics, you're concerned about all of those things. What's your concern about this world? So you can just you can also type in ano pa bang mga other concerns. What's your concern? What concerns you most about this world? Ano yung what bothers you most about this world? I mean, like, yeah, what area? Education, you're not satisfied. Health, wellness, yes. Climate change, people, thank you, Hannah. What else? What are you concerned most about this world and yourself? Money, awesome. So, poverty, yes. Um, we have a lot of concerns about the world and ourselves, right? And this can either it goes both ways. This can stress you, or this can make you creative in a sense that you're so concerned in this area and you want to make a different choice to contribute to this area of concern. So, um, I'm gonna ask you again, why are you in the organization, group, or business community that you are in? Ba't ka andyan sa organization, sa negosyo na yan, sa grupo na yan, or community? Because you want to be a what? Or whatever it is. Like, why are you in the organization, group, business? Because you resonate? Because you would like to be what? Why are you in the organization, group, business? So I'm just asking these questions before we go to um, why we may be needing or why not needing, why Sunya is a contribution to what you are doing or where you are right now. So, ano yung, why are you, ba't ka andyan sa negosyo mo ngayon? Ba't mo ginagawa yung negosyo mo ngayon? Ba't ka andyan sa organization or negosyo na ginagawa mo ngayon or sa grupo na yan ngayon? Why are you there? So you can just type down your answer. To grow, thank you. What else? So to grow, some may say to contribute, energy, self mastery. Thank you. So you're in the area that you're in because it's related to your concern in a way, though. Like, um, this is one of your ways that you can contribute to the world. So before before we can be a contribution to the world, we have what we call this. There's this quote by Bill O'Brien. He's the CEO of Handover Insurance, and he said that the success of an intervention depends on the interior condition of the intervener. So it's like whatever business you're in, whatever company or organization or community you're in, the success of whatever it is that you're creating will depend upon your interior condition of the intervener, will depend on your inner condition. So interior can go with interior condition. So meaning, sabi naman ni Otto Scharmer, who is the author of Yuri You, it's a beautiful book, the success of our actions as change makers does not depend on what we do or how we do it, but on the inner place from which we operate. Meaning, it means that whatever it is that we do, it's really basically on who are you inside, or who are you being. Okay, so are are you really being, or are you just, you know, are you just playing this human part? Yan. So, tao ka lang ba? Tao ka lang ba? Or would you like to be this real change that you can be in the world? So, the success of our actions as change makers does not depend on what we do or how we do it, but on the inner place from which we operate. So, it depends on your inner condition. So, our inner condition has a big is a big factor in our success. So whatever it is that you're doing, whether you are in business, whether you are volunteering for a group, whether you are in a community that would like to create change, inner work and self-mastery is one of the keys that is detrimental or crucial in creating changes. So, would you like, are you also recognizing that you are a change maker in this reality? Like, um, we're not here to destroy, but in a way, we're creating a change. We're creating changes in this reality by choosing something different. So, everywhere and everything that is to just acknowledge yourself that you are a change maker, no matter it is whatever it is that you do. So feeling mo maliit lang, hindi man ako that big person to contribute, but actually whatever it is that you're doing, you are a contribution. Every time you meet a person, you have the possibility to also change the lives of other people that you encounter. It's just that you have to be clear also within you, and ang inner condition mo is in a good place. Because sabi nga ni Hermes ba? Ano ba to siya? Trismegistus, di ba? Whatever. Kaya nagpakaulaw-ulaw ko, ingon, wala na ko ng research. As above, so below, as within, so without. So, as above, so below, as within, so without. So, malaking so, for example, in an organization, whoever it is that is your leader or carrying the space, yan din yung result sa baba. Okay, so that's very important. So if you're leading a team, or if you are in a huge organization or group, whoever is leading it, malaking factor that his or her energies is contributing to your business or to your group. Okay? As within, so without. Kung anong nasa loob, yan din ang nasa labas. So whenever you see, you will know a person based on their based on what's going on in their lives. Okay, not to judge them, but just to know, the space of their inner condition. And so we are here to introduce to you a beautiful tool that could contribute in creating peace within you, and creating that peace, thus you create more prosperity in the world. I am sure all of you want to create more, want to have more money, at the same time, because having money allows you to contribute more. One of the main ano talaga namin in the Fox tribe is, we are an organization or community, but then as much as possible hindi kami hihingi ng pera from other people, but we create money, and from that money we contribute to the changes that we would like to, or we would changes that we would like to create in the world. So it can be, if it's about reforestation, or it can be as simple as whatever that we can contribute to our society. So we will create it. I mean, we will make ourselves so rich so that we can contribute more to society. And that, what if that is the function of money, to contribute to the greater, not as the evil that we think it is. So we can create our future with our present. So the tool that I will introduce also to you or share to you will allow you to be more present with what is showing up in your life. So kung ano yung nangyayari sa buhay mo, you will see it clearly, and you can, from seeing it clearly, you can choose what you would like to pick up, or ano yung sasakyan, ano yung kukunin mo, at ano yung iiwan mo. So you would be more clear about that. So, what is sunya? Ano ba talaga yung sunya? Sunya is from the word shunyata. It's a Sanskrit word that means zero or nothingness. So, zero or nothingness, or some people they call it the vortex, if you want to be scientific about it. And yeah, so in the Sunya practice, we always remind each other that we practice non-differentiation. We are free from any political, religious, or any form of belief. And each of us keep our beliefs to ourselves, and we honor and respect one another. So whether you are here as a Muslim, Christian, Catholic, atheist, or Buddhist, or Hindu, or whatever religion you're in, we're not gonna touch that. Hindi namin papakialaman yung mga religion dyan. Okay? So, and if you don't believe, or if you don't have one, that is still okay. We won't touch that. That is something personal, and we honor and respect one another for having their own beliefs. And that is in Sunya. So, meaning people who do Sunya are not limited to just in one religion. So why? Why do we do that? We're actually more focused on creating a community that is promoting peace and prosperity. And most of the time, if we insist our beliefs is better or right than the other belief, that's where chaos and well, not chaos, that's where arguments and disagreements start to appear, and that's where wars start, diba? If a group of people try to convince that their belief is better than others, and they fight in the name of God or whatever, in the name of love, diba? So, and we don't want to do that in Sunya. We promote peace and prosperity. And by doing so, we are not here to convince you of anything that our belief is better than yours, because we're not teaching a belief. We're just introducing a practice. So, para siyang, 'di ba, sa swimming. So, swimming is a physical practice. It's a physical exercise. So, sunya is similar. It's an activity, it's a practice. And you don't have to have a belief in order for you to swim, 'di ba? Hindi man pwede na, "Uy, you'll be a great swimmer if you're Catholic. You're a great hindi ka magaling na swimmer if ganito ang religion mo." So, walang ganon sa sunya. So, you can practice sunya regardless of what religion you're in and what beliefs that you have, and it doesn't make you better or greater than the others. And we're all the same, but very unique, okay? So that's very funny, and a dichotomy. We're the same and yet we're unique. So in that sameness, we are unique. Oh, that's so. So we promote peace and prosperity. So we'd rather be peace rather than promote our rightness in whatever it is. So Sunya, on a personal level naman, is all about resetting yourself. So kanina, on a community level, as a community, if you're practicing Sunya, we are promoting peace and prosperity. On a personal level, this is basically just resetting yourself. So all of you have cell phone right now. May mga cell phone in your hands. And sa cell phone, okay, just to pick up the example of a cell phone. If a cell phone has so much photo and maraming naka-on na ang tawag nito, applications, what happens pag ang cellphone has so much photos, videos, ganyan? What happens when it has too much? Anong nangyayari pag ang cellphone puno siya? What happens to your cell phone? No space for new messages. Yes, for na Nokia, di ba? Pag puno na siya, no space for new messages. You're constricted, you are compressed. And also, what happens to the Android and iPhones? They hang or they freeze. No? Nagka-hang siya or nag-freeze, meaning puno na yung storage and or memory. So, what do we do when that happens? We turn off our cell phone, right? So, once we turn off our cell phone, so we just reset the cell phone. Same thing with laptops. So when you're doing Sunya, it's just like that. It's a reboot. It's just when you do the Sunya, you're just resetting yourself. You're not even downloading anything from consciousness or what. You're just resetting yourself. You're rebooting your mind. So basically, Sunya is a mastery or a practice that can contribute so much to your mind and gives you more space to have more. So that is parang the simplest explanation of what Sunya can do for you. So it's basically just resetting yourself. So whenever you feel worried or anxious, all you need to do is just take a deep breath and do the reverse counting 9 to 0, and it's like rebooting yourself already. So that's how simple the practice is. And you don't need philosophies or teachings for that. It's just a practice. So, and it won't interfere with any beliefs that you have or any practices that you have. It's just an additional tool. Sunya, again, is also a tool to assist you with your mental health. So many of our friends or people that we have um, given the Sunya tool with has actually created so many changes in their lives. And it's not just them, but we are sharing this because I have also been a in a way a product of this. Meaning I have contributed from this. I have been receiving contributions from this practice. um, in the past, I could find myself um, just worrying about the future, like what would happen to me, this and that. But I realized when I started doing Sunya, I actually have no, my worries about the future just disappear. And I don't think about the past anymore. I just, stay in the present. And I noticed there's no more thoughts about what should I do, what should I do, what should I, those kind of crazy thoughts. It's just peaceful without trying to be peaceful. So how many times do you try so hard to be peaceful? And sometimes it doesn't work, especially if you try so hard. So with Sunya, it's just a simple practice with no attachments to the results that you will be receiving, but you're actually getting a long-term benefit. And the one benefit that I could say, one lang, one of the, is being present, being present. And that is such a gift um, to have, because once you're present, you can actually create more because you don't have a POV about your past anymore. Wala ka ng point of view sa past. Wala ka ng worry about your future. You're just here in the present and you just play with whatever shows up also. So that's the beautiful tool of Sunya. And we are, yeah, that's about it. Sunya also has physical and emotional benefits. So in Sunya, some people have reported like 5 years to weeks to Sunya. There are physical manifestations in a way that some are undergoing a physical detox. So meron silang healing process without trying to have one. Okay, so that's the trick. That's a trick. They're not trying to have a physical benefit, but it actually works like an herb that detoxifies you. So if a lot of you know about Ganoderma, so if you take Ganoderma, diba, there's a scanning effect. Same thing with Sunya. When you do Sunya, you actually have physical manifestations and healing processes. So, some people they report sumasakit yung ulo nila. So, this is where we give out the tool asking your body, like, what does your body require? So, that goes for our next level classes for Sunya. Whenever you have physical and emotional mga experience. We cannot say what your experience will be because the experience of Sunya is quite unique for every person. The same way when you take Ganoderma, no one has the same effect. So some people when they take Ganoderma, their heart palpitates. Some people when they take Ganoderma, their stomach, gets upset. But Sunya also has similar thing, and it is different for every person. So for me, when I started doing Sunya, what was sometimes I'd catch myself, having parang tears in my eyes. So nagaluha-luha siya. So if you're into therapy, or if you know someone who could introduce you to therapy, you would know what's the reason why you would have those tears as well. So, ang emotional benefits din niya, you become more peaceful and happier though. But meron din siyang detox process. Okay, the same thing. You also have a detox process. Some people, they find themselves, it's funny because diba sunya, we have this point of view that dapat pagtapos ng sunya, you are peaceful. Sometimes, deepest emotions, they go out. Lumalabas ang mga anger and uncertain triggers. But the funny thing is you experience anger in a different way. You experience anger and you are so aware that you are angry. Has that ever happened to you? Like you're so aware that you're angry. Sometimes when you're angry, nagdidilim ang mundo, di ba? Pag galit ka, nagdidilim yung mundo before. But when you do sunya, you get angry and there's just this potency, and then once you realize that you're angry, you move right away. You get to shift. Yung parang, oh my God, I got angry. And then you become aware, and then you don't make yourself wrong for that. That is just one of the ways that your emotions, again, emotions are just passing weather. Your emotions are not you. It's just one of the ways sometimes it's your potency to perceive things. Ayan. So, just become aware of those. So, normal yan siya masyado. And eventually, until there are, wala nang anger or anything of that, you get to move through life with ease. So, mas ease lang talaga ang buhay. Um, once I started personally doing sunya. And I am sure for our sunyatis here, they have the same similar experience when it comes to anger. So yon. And you make yourself wrong, don't make yourself wrong. That is just part of the detox. So, sunya can be practiced anywhere. So, yung sunya, it doesn't have to be, okay, I have to be in a perfect place, dapat nasa outdoor ako, dapat nasa ganito. Yes, you can be outdoor. Yes, you can do it under a tree. Yes, you can do it outside. Yes, you can be on the field like what you're seeing on the photo. Or you can be indoor or anywhere. Okay? So, it doesn't require you to, dapat meron akong incense, dapat meron ako. There's no ritual, okay? It can be practiced anywhere. No need to light up an incense and no need to chant anything. Nothing. you just, kung saan ka, just make sure you're not driving. Okay? Just make sure you're not driving. So yun lang, you're not cooking. So anywhere that you find a spot where you can sit, that's good. So even if it's noisy around you, that is the pinaka mastery talaga, is even though the place is noisy, you still get to do sunya. You still get to practice sunya. So that's where the mastery is, where alam mo na ano. But of course, you don't have to test yourself with that. You know, kung saan ka lang na. So like me, when I used to travel, I always do sunya when I'm at the plane. So it's one of the ways I pass time. Like, oh my gosh, I'm just gonna be here sitting, so I'm gonna do sunya. I'm gonna make it longer, and then you know, um, ganun. So you can do it if you're in a car as well. Just make sure you are not the one driving. You can do it anywhere. So, di ba, lingaw siya, you can do it anywhere. No restriction. Um, all you need to do is just find a little time, a little space, and close your eyes and start counting in reverse order. You don't have to do it perfectly. That's a beautiful thing about Sunya. And that's why we like Sunya, because it doesn't require you to be perfect. You just do it. And we also have the small and basic practice of Sunya. So meron tayong big Sunya and small or basic Sunya, or um, Dr. Lim calls this the BV. There, he has a term for this. Oh my gosh. So, but let's just call it for now small and basic practice of Sunya. And this is what we call the reverse counting. And you will be learning this today if you haven't. So, ang yan yung ating ano ng Sunya, small and basic practice. This is the reverse counting. So, the basic practice, which you will be learning right now, is three levels. There are three levels in reverse counting with Sunya. We have 9 to 0, 29 to 0, at saka 99 to 0. So some people ask, bakit 9 to 0? Okay, it's just a number, no significance to it. People like 9 to 0 because it mentions, nasasabi mo yung 0. You can do 10 to 1. Okay? If it's fun for you, you do 10 to 1, 30 to 1, 100 to 1. Pwede din. For us, it's just fun for us to use the 9 to 0. Again, whether you do the 10 to 1 or 9 to 0, it's the same. No significance to that. Nothing is better. It's only what's fun for you. So, why the three levels? So, you start with 9 to 0. So, one breath is one count. So, sa 9 to 0, you're engaging your mind by counting, and at the same time you are breathing. So one breath is one count. So, and then you will ask me, for most of you who are also aware of other meditation, how do I breathe? You just breathe normally. So meaning walang specific, okay, 5 seconds inhale, 5 seconds exhale. There's no like that, okay? No counting of yung stopping or pausing your breathing. How you breathe, that's how you count. So when you inhale, exhale, and then count 9. Inhale, exhale, 8. So that's just what you do. And what's your sitting position? So look at Jay in the photo. This is Bebe Boy. So you don't have to do your hands like him. Pwede siyang nakababa. Um, hands down, hands on your hands on the side, and then nakababa siya. So later I will show you. But then the legs is okay. You just do the cross leg position. Why cross leg position? There's a physiological advantage of why we cross our legs. It's not because that's how people meditate. There's a physiological explanation to why we cross legs. We cross our legs to cut the circulation on the lower part of our body, so that we introduce more oxygen to our heart, lungs, and brain. So that's the physiological benefit. Kasi most of the time, we're always walking upright, and hindi na tayo nagsisit, hindi na tayo umupo. And sitting is also very important, especially if done in that way. Okay, so cross leg ang first. First level of sitting is cross leg. Second level is half lotus. Third level is full lotus. But as beginners, Or if you haven't done any meditation, just do the cross leg. So, i-cross mo lang yung paa mo, that's it. Okay, you're not doing it right, you're not doing it wrong. Again, you can never do sunya wrong if you follow this, but um, it's not a sunya anymore if you're doing a twist to it, like meaning, oh, okay, I'm gonna add my breathing technique to this, like long breath, inhale, and when I exhale, I make a sound. So, as much as possible, no need to make a sound, just normal breathing, normal, natural breathing. So, why are we doing this? As much as possible, we really promote natural approach, not to shortcut it. So, this is, so ang history ng Sunya talaga, this has been introduced by Buddha. And at that time, many people are also using this as a practice. And eventually, this was lost in translation. Like many teachers began changing and adding stuff to the meditation. But this one is the unadulterated, meaning hindi siya edited. This is really the meditation that was like this, hindi siya edited. So walang guru na nag-add anything. Even Dr. Lim did not add anything to this. And a lot of what we're teaching is based on a lot of sutras as well, and that's gonna be on the advanced level if you want to learn more. But for today, we're just gonna be teaching the levels. So no invocations, no need to call on anything. So you don't have to worry. Like some people, they have the question, especially Christians. They say that if my mind is has no thoughts, the devil will be there, or I might call the devil. Okay, so actually you're not calling anyone on this. There's no devil. Your mind is not idle. I know the passage in the Bible called an idle mind is the devil's playground. So your mind is not idle here. You're actually training your mind to engage in reverse counting. So your mind is doing something. It's not idle. It's just that there's what we call emptiness kasi you will know when you practice, okay? So we will discuss about that in the future classes when we go to the next level of Sunya, level 1 of Sunya. So this one is just the introduction. So are you ready to try Sunya 920? Just type yes or type 1. Type 1 if you're ready. If you're ready to do Sunya, 920. So wherever you are right now, just like um, uh, just just settle yourself in a comfortable position. And what else is possible? Okay, settle yourself in your most comfortable position right now. Okay, so I'm gonna guide you though this time. Ako lang, ay, meron ba tayong baguhan? Okay. So I'm just gonna guide the counting. Is the counting clear? Oh yeah, Ate Ai. We also have the Talita. There's new here. We have new people. The Talita and yeah. Okay. So yeah. So take a deep breath and just sige, you do na lang your own counting, your reverse counting. Because if I use my own counting, I will be using my own breathing. So, sorry. Thank you for reminding me. Eyes closed for beginners. But Ate Ai, if you can do the 45-degree, that is also okay. Yung half open. 45-degree, look up your nose. That's the second level because I know, yeah, soft eyes. Yes, thank you. That's it. You can do the soft eyes or you can do the closed eyes, whichever is, ano. But for those who are new, I would request you to close your eyes first. Okay? Pero sa Ate Ai has been doing a lot of meditation. She can do the soft eyes. So let's just do a 920. So I'm not gonna guide you this time. So gawin mo lang, inhale, exhale, 9. Hanggang umabot ka sa 0. Okay? Start. So take a deep cleansing breath. Inhale and exhale. So I'm just gonna quickly stop my share here and I'm gonna turn on my video. So once you're done with the 9 to 0, di ba yung kamay mo na sa may paa or lap? All you need to do is inhale and then exhale pababa. There you go. So ilagay mo siya sa solar plexus because you will be generating a lot of energy in your hands. So just do this 3 times. Inhale and exhale. Okay? So after doing that 3 times, you also rub your hands together and then rub it over your face 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Rub it over your head 3 times. 1, 2, 3 again. And rub it over your occiput or base of the skull. Base ng skull mo, okay? Do it like that. Rub it. And then your ears 3 times. Massage your ears in a way. And then you do this again 3 times. Pag ganyan. So, 3 sets siya. Like this. And occiput and your ears. And then another one, another set. 3 here, 3 at the head, 3 at the occiput, and 3 at the ear. So, na ako earrings. Oh my gosh. So, wala ko nakakuan. So, that's how you do it. How you end a Sunya session. So, I'm gonna go back to our, yeah, I'm gonna go back to this. So, that's the basic 9 to 0. So for those who are new, or right now, how was the experience for you? I know it's like very easy, right? Very easy. It's something that everyone can do, especially if you know how to count. Or even if you don't know how to count, there's also a technique how to do it. And so madali lang siya, 'di ba? Is it easy? Is it easy? So that's the basic 9 to 0. So pag nasanay na kayo sa 9 to 0, pag feeling nyo ang dali-dali na lang ng 9 to 0, gusto nyo siyang habaan. Yes. One in, so one number is to one full, what I mean is one number, one count, one breath. So the one breath is both inhale and exhale na yan siya. So inhale, exhale 9, inhale, exhale 8. So bale, you count when you end the full breath, meaning full cycle. So one cycle, one count. So inhale, exhale 9. So sometimes if meron ding ibang ano na inhale 9, exhale. Inhale 8, exhale. Meron din ganon, okay lang din yan siya. It's also the same thing. Yes, whatever is easier for you. So why 9 to 0? Again, there's no significance to that number. It's just that it's a good place to start. It's a good number. It's a good parang length. If you're a beginner to meditation, it's a good length. 2 minutes. 1 minute. Ang iba, 1 minute yan. Yung iba, 3 minutes. Depending on how fast your breathing is. And there's no right or wrong. Like, you're better if you can do it 5 minutes. Walang ganon. So, ang maganda dito is you're not even competing with one another. It's just that what is showing up for you. Okay? So, if you wanna challenge yourself, after 9 to 0, dagdagan mo siya ng 29 to 0. So, we always suggest that you start with 9 to 0 because eventually you will know the benefit if you start with 9 to 0 or magdiretso ka ng 29. So, may mga benefit yan siya. Depende what is fun for you. But just a suggestion, start with 9 to 0, and if kaya mo siyang i-29 to 0, you do another cycle ng 29 to 0. So, our telltale sign also in mental health, so is this. So for example, if you're a coach or if you're doing a lot of facilitation, this is very beautiful to know whether the person you're talking to is troubled mentally. Medyo may issue, hindi, we're not judging the person. It's just that if the person has extreme anxiety or depression, so if the person cannot complete 29 to 0, nahihirapan siya, like lagi siyang bumabalik sa 29 or hindi niya matapos-tapos. So that person needs support, meaning kailangan niya ng professional help. Okay, if you cannot complete 29 to 0 and you're having a hard time, so there are people, maybe you're just having a hard time kasi may mga um, pero yung iba talaga hindi nila ma-complete ang 29 to 0. So they need support. So at least you will become aware how to support them if they cannot do 29 to 0. So another question that would come up is, can they do Sunya if they cannot complete 29 to 0? So kung nahirapan sila sa 29 to 0, start them with 9 to 0. Okay, if they are having a hard time with 29 to 0, wag mo muna sila papuntahin sa 29. Just start with 9 to 0. And if mahirapan pa rin sila sa 9 to 0, 3 to 0. Okay, I am sure that is 3 to 0. That is the easiest. They start with the smallest number. So 9 to 0, 29 to 0, and eventually you get to 99 to 0. And may mga extreme like us, we used to do 299 to 0. We just want to sagad our sana. We like to challenge ourselves, but that is only something that we do for fun. And we don't do that every day. And Dr. Lim says it's not necessary to do a 299 to 0 every day. All you need to do is just make sure that you are resetting yourself every day. So which is better, if someone will ask, the length of time or practicing it daily? So in Sunya, the most important factor is you're doing it daily, not just knowing it, not just Sunya. Yeah, I know Sunya, but you're not doing it. Okay? The key and tool in Sunya is when you're doing it daily. I cannot emphasize it so much, but the key is in doing it daily. If you're doing Sunya, for example, ang galing-galing mo, you can do an hour, pero you're only doing it once a week. We don't suggest that. Kaya mo nga yung 1 hour, pero once a week mo lang siya ginagawa. It's not a good, hindi siya good, judgment man, no? Pero it's not the practice. The practice is the daily. So again, we start with 9 to 0. Kahit 9 to 0 lang talaga yan siya daily, that is already considered a practice. And we're not judging you if you're just doing 9 to 0. Sometimes I do a 9 to 0 if, sometimes I do a 9 to 0 lang. Sometimes I do a 29, sometimes I do a 99 to 0. So it's really up to you. Sometimes I do 9 to 0 tapos 3 times a day. So it's up to you. It's up to you what is fun for you. But ang regular ko talaga is really 9 to 0, 29 to 0, and 99 to 0. That's my regular. Sometimes lang yung 9 to 0 na thingy. If like I have so much in my world, or I'm doing multiple things that are also about healing and clearing. Yun. Basta I make it a point that I do at least 9 to 0 daily. Thank you, Tita Merly. And I know Tita Merly has reaped so much benefits in the daily practice. And what would it take for you to start now? Start now. And or if you have been doing Sunya for quite some time, introduce this to your friends, and do this kind of talk. But you can add your own personal twist, in a way, your own story, how you have been doing Sunya, or paano mo siya nagustuhan, and paano siya naging contribution sa iyo araw-araw. So that's basically it. And a wonderful thing to note in Sunya is, don't judge yourself. Be kind to yourself. Before you judge yourself na hindi mo kaya ang Sunya, gawin mo muna siya. Try it first. Try it for at least 30 days, for a month, and see the difference. Make sure it's daily. No, hindi yung once a week tapos 30 days. No, not that. We know that you're practicing it if you're doing it daily. It's not a practice if you've just done it once, okay? So we don't consider na, okay, alam ko na yung Sunya, ay nagsusunya ako, pero one time mo lang siya ginawa. Okay, that's not it. And yes, I know there are many changes also in how you do your business. It has contributed so much, and you can teach this to your students. I know Tita Merly is also a teacher. You can teach this to students. How young do we teach the kids? As long as they know how to reverse count, they can do it. Okay. Um, we have children who are doing sunya. Dr. Lim started doing sunya since age 12. Tama ba? 12 or 15, between that age. And he has been doing sunya since that age. And look where he is right now. And the fun benefits that he is contributing to the world, and what else is possible. So always just, just do sunya. Try it first. And what if it's fun for you to master sunya? And so here, sabi ni Lao Tzu, one of our favorite also, is mastering others is strength, but mastering yourself is true power. So sunya is a form of mastering yourself and the going beyond your breathing, going beyond your mind, and really truly seeing the possibilities. And yeah, so more about the deeper meaning of Sunya when you take the advanced classes, and we will be coming up with the modules for that. Based also on Dr. Lim's teaching. So ito, kay Dr. Lim lang talaga, wala kaming inalter or anything. So we just, accumulated all the teachings of Dr. Lim and created this into a fun presentation. So master yourself, reset yourself, and stay zero, and do sunya. Just keep doing it daily and don't stop it. So if you want to learn more our activities, we have the Sunya PH na Facebook page. We post our and we also have Sunya Sundays every Sunday 9:30 a.m. Minsan we just do a group Sunya. We just open the and then silence. Nakalagay lang na Sunya ongoing. And then if you see that on your Facebook wall, just stop whatever it is that you're doing if it's not so important, and sit with us. So ganun lang. And also, if you have you can have the Fox. We are in the Fox tribe, so just follow us at the same time. And we are also Mystic Angels. We do the events. Hi, Diana. Yes, I just made up this module. I can send this to you, and you can edit it because I know you have also an upcoming Sunya class. Diana is from is from where? From Czech Republic, right? Right now? Colombia, sorry. From Colombia. And she's one of our Sunya Council Colombia representative. Welcome, Diana. And so we are so honored to have you here and for joining us. And I'm just going to send this slide to you and you can edit this. So this is just the basic sunya for all of you this morning, and maybe this is a contribution to you, and you can add this to your day-to-day life. And what contribution can it be to your business? So thank you for today. Thank you for joining us. I am Tina Suelto, one of the Sunya Council in the Philippines. And yes, what else is possible? Thank you for joining, and see you.